Today, we will share 20 top tips and tricks in Mobile Legends that will take your gameplay to the next level. Let's go!
Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit with you, just the thrill of it. Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit.
Yo guys, how's everyone doing? This is your guy Assassin Dave. Welcome back to the Foreign Famous family again. And welcome to another episode of Top 20 Tips and Tricks, where we will reveal some less known secret that can up your game. And you know what else can up your game? Our incredible sponsor, Red Magic 6 Pro. But more on them later in this video. If you enjoy the content, do me a favor and smash the like button for the YouTube algorithm. As a thank you, here's a picture of a cute dog. Tip number 1. Here is another way to identify the real Sun. Luo Yi's skill 1 can actually leave a mark on Sun's real body upon landing while leaving his clones alone. And you can always follow up with the Luo Yi 1-2 combo to pull all the monkeys together and kill them all at once. Tip number 2. Speaking of Luo Yi, do you know you can use your ultimate along with Johnson to create some sick teleportation killer trucks to surprise your enemy and destroy them? You can also do the same with Lolita's ultimate as well. Tip number 3. It takes about 18 to 13 souls overall for Farama's passive to instantly revive him after death. So just to be safe, always keep about 15 stacks for instant revive. Tip number 4. Saber's passive allows you to take away enemies' physical defense up to 5 stacks. And one good way to instantly proc all 5 stacks of Saber's passive in combat is to use skill 1, hit enemy 1 time with skill 1, then dash onto enemy, auto attack 1 time, and you are all set to use your ultimate with lowest physical defense on your enemy. Tip number 5. Do you know you can actually use Alucard's passive to hit jungle minions over wall in order to get away from sticky situations when you don't have your dash available? Here are some spots that you can dash using Alucard's passive only. Tip number 6. You can always get Blade Armor to counter high damage marksmen, since Blade Armor now reflects damage before calculating damage reduction. Basically, the damage reflected is no longer calculated based on your damage received, but rather raw damage output from the source. The higher the damage, the faster your enemy kills themselves. Tip number 7. Do you know the First Lord always swing 1 time after 4 auto attack, and stomps 1 time after 1 more auto attack after that? Knowing this, you can effectively dodge all incoming burst damage from the Lord and save yourself a bunch of unnecessary damage. Tip number 8. You can do this to have infinite bullet on Beatrix. Use 2 shotgun bullets, reset auto twice, and immediately switch to sniper, and start spamming auto attack. If you do it fast enough, your sniper will infinitely recharge to full for you to spam. Tip number 9. Do you know when Hanzo uses ultimate, you can actually see Hanzo's real body's HP from this little circle next to your Shadow's HP bar. This can be very helpful to deciding whether you want to call your Shadow back to your body or the other way around. Tip number 10. When playing Saber, make sure to not use skill 1 when you are just waiting in bush, because people can actually see your blade even when you are hidden, thus revealing your position. Before we continue to the next 10 tip, let's talk about how you can up your gameplay with the most affordable best gaming phone for 2021, featuring Red Magic 6 Pro. Why do I choose Red Magic 6 for my game-by-game Mobile Legend domination? Because this bad boy is packed with Qualcomm Snapdragon AAA core processor with 5 layers of cooling system, including a turbo liquid cooling fan that blows air through this vent into the whole body and blows out to cool the whole machine. Make sure this gaming beast will stay cool and stay chill while you're doing 165 Hz on the 6.8 inches AMOLED display. Look at this beautiful large display. When you have it in your hand, you just go gaming crazy, like I do every single day. On top of it, this bad boy also has 5200 milliamp of battery, so you can play this with 165 Hz refresh rate for the whole afternoon without worrying about running out of juice. Now, just when you think I'm about to run out of juice, well, don't worry, you got a 35-watt mega supercharger that comes with a package that can charge your device really quickly. On top of it, this device also has 64 megapixel of main camera, which means you can take beautiful pictures if you choose to. Now, obviously, I choose to use my device for gaming, for destroying all those noobs in rank. You can do the same. This bad boy runs for $599. If you want to upgrade yourself to Red Magic 6 Pro like I have, it's $699 US. Or even like Dave, I cannot afford $5.99 or $6.99. I only have $4.99. Well, don't worry, my guy, I got you covered. Featuring Red Magic 6 Racing. This bad boy has 144 Hz refresh rate, 6.68 inches AMOLED display. Still, with 4 layers of cooling system that's gonna keep this machine cool. with shoulder trigger and everything, just like Red Magic 6 Pro that I use on a day-to-day basis, you're still gonna have the best of the best gaming performance on this phone, especially playing Mobile Legends. At the same time, on a very low and affordable pricing of only $499 US, shipped directly to your house, and you're gonna keep this device. Again, quad AI camera system with a main camera of 64 megapixel. You can take beautiful pictures with this. So what can I say? Make sure to go check out your next device with the link in description right now. Go check out the best device that suits your budget, that suits your gaming need, and get it for your winter coming up for 2021, because you want to have the best device preparing for all those mega titles coming up and a Mobile Legends tournament coming up. You want to be ready, and Red Magic 6 Racing and a Red Magic 6 Pro got you covered. Tip number 11. Do you know Nathan's skill 2 can actually push people across thin obstacles? You can use this to push away pursuing enemies and pull off some sick escapes. Tip number 12. Here is a quick magic defense item guide. If you're playing a tankier hero, an enemy has high frequency tick damage heroes like Chang'e, Alice, build radiant armor. If enemy has high burst damage heroes like Eudora, Aurora, build Athena shield. If you're playing squishy carry heroes, always build Athena shield. If one magic defense item is not enough, build both. For more detailed magic defense item guide, please check out the latest video right here. Tip number 13. When you're trying to poke or finish off an enemy hero with Phobius, you can just use skill 1 on the jungle creep if enemy hero is standing next to the creep, because your skill 1 will explode and radiates onto the enemy hero. Tip number 14. Speaking of Phobius, this is why you should never group up against the farmed Phobius. It's literally savage time. Tip number 15. If you use Beatrice skill 2 next to a wall, you can avoid the dash animation and instantly reset your bullets like this. The same can be done on Granger's ultimate, where you can almost instantly cast all 3 bullets to deal insane amount of damage. Tip number 16. Koopa actually inherits all passive item effects from Popo, such as Dominance Ice anti-heal, Curse Helmet's burn damage, Anti-Cuirass passive, and so on. So make sure to build accordingly and turn your dog into the king of all dogs. Tip number 17. When zoning enemy, you can always pretend to be casting ultimate to scare off enemies but not actually casting it. This way you can save the commitment but still achieve the goal of intimidation. Tip number 18. You probably once heard about the Faramis, Selena, and Bane synergy, but have you tried replacing Bane with Sun yet? It's quite a bit of fun. Tip number 19. Phobius is getting more and more popular since more people discovered how strong he really is. So here is a quick tip on how to counter Phobius. Stop using dash abilities when fighting a Phobius with ultimate and pick Esmeralda. Esmeralda can effectively soak up all Phobius' shield while absorbing majority of his burst damage for free. Tip number 20. Do you know that Kufra can extend his ability range tremendously if you use your flicker properly? You can leap and flicker at the same time, or you can ult and flicker to surprise your enemy and land some sick engages. Anyways, that will be all for today's video. Thumbs if you liked it, subs if you loved it, and remember to come check out my regular live streams on Trovo for some sick giveaways. Love you guys. Assassin Dave signing off. See you guys next time. Bye now.
Just for the thrill of it, nothing counterfeit with